Books is pleased to present the Modern Scholar series, where great professors teach you. My name is Richard Davidson, and I'll be your host. Today, we begin a course entitled Discovering the Philosopher in You, the Big Questions in Philosophy. Your professor is Colin McGinn of Rutgers University. Professor McGinn was educated at Oxford University and has written extensively on philosophy in publications such as the New York Review of Books, the London Review of Books, the New Republic, and the New York Times Book Review. He's written 14 books, among them the highly praised title, The Making of a Philosopher, as well as works entitled The Mysterious Flame, The Character of Mind, and Ethics, Evil, and Fiction. Of all the branches of intellectual inquiry, philosophy seems to be the most esoteric and out of grasp. Yet, the basic questions of philosophy, from logic to ethics, from the human mind to God, have been pondered by people around the world for centuries. Perhaps this is because every human being has their own inner philosopher, a voice within that asks the basic philosophical questions. For surely everyone on some level wants to know what the ultimate nature of the world is, where ethical truth comes from, what the meaning of life is, and whether or not we can really know anything. In this course, we'll explore these main philosophical problems as each of the lectures investigates a different question that thinkers have grappled with over the centuries. We'll approach the problems from both an historical and a systematic viewpoint. But keep in mind that this course isn't necessarily about answers, and many of the questions we'll consider don't have concrete solutions. In the end, our goal is to arrive at a better understanding of these big questions while striving along the way to uncover and exercise the philosopher's mind that lies within each of us. For more information on this course, please visit the course's webpage at www.modernscholar.com, where you'll have access to links to related sites, a seminar room to share your thoughts with other students, and yes, of course, a final exam. And now we begin discovering the philosopher in you, the big questions in philosophy. Lecture 1, Skepticism. What do you really know? And now, Professor McGinn.
You might think that philosophy is a subject suitable only for grey-haired old men, perhaps most of them dead, a remote academic pursuit, dry, uninteresting. But I don't think that. I think that everybody has inside them what I would call their inner philosopher. It's a kind of voice that you have that every now and then presses you to think about certain questions which in your daily life you don't normally think about, what we might think of as abstract or very general questions. So, everybody wants to know what the ultimate nature of the world is, what kind of thing reality is. Is there reality? If there is reality, what does it consist of? Is it material? Is it immaterial? Everybody wants to know what the self is, what their own self is, the thing they refer to when they say I. What is that? Does it persist over time? What kind of thing is it? They want to know whether they have free will. They want to know whether they could act differently from the way they do act, whether they can be praised or blamed. They want to know whether or not they are free agents. They want to know how their minds relate to their bodies. They know they have a mind, they know they have a body. The relationship seems problematic, and they would like to know how these two things, if they are two things, are related to each other. They would also like to know whether they know anything at all. What do they know? How extensive is their knowledge? That's the first question which belongs to what's called in philosophy epistemology, the theory of knowledge. Everybody wants to know where ethical truth comes from. When we talk about actions as right or wrong or good or bad, what does that mean? What's the origin of ethical truth, if there is ethical truth? Of course, everybody wants to know what the meaning of life is.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.